Time, the eternal dance of moments. Time is the silent architect of existence, a force both elusive and omnipresent. Like an invisible current, it shapes our lives, guiding every moment, every event, and every thought, while remaining beyond the grasp of our hands or our control. Philosophers, scientists, and poets alike have grappled with its nature, attempting to decode its essence. Is it a mere measurement of change, a sequence of cause and effect, or something far more profound, perhaps even an illusion? To explore time is to confront one of the most complex and paradoxical concepts humanity has ever encountered. At first glance, time seems simple, a tool we use to organize our daily lives. We break it into hours, minutes, and seconds, allowing us to move through the day with structure. Yet this superficial understanding hardly scratches the surface. When we pause to reflect on its true nature, we are confronted with a labyrinth of questions. What exactly is time? Is it linear or cyclical? Does it exist independently, or is it a construct of the human mind? Why does it appear to flow in one direction, ever marching forward, never retreating? These questions have fascinated thinkers for millennia and remain as unresolved today as they were in the time of the ancient Greeks. From a scientific perspective, time has been meticulously studied, most famously in Albert Einstein's theory of relativity. Einstein revolutionized the way we perceive time, revealing that it is not an absolute, immutable entity, but rather a flexible dimension that can stretch and compress depending on speed and gravity. This intertwining of time and space forms the very fabric of our universe, known as space-time. According to relativity, the faster one travels, the slower time becomes, culminating in the mind-bending possibility that time could theoretically stop altogether at the speed of light. Yet despite these profound insights, time remains deeply enigmatic. For all of its scientific treatment, it still refuses to surrender its deepest secrets. Consider the concept of time's arrow, the idea that time flows in one direction, from the past to the future. The laws of physics, in their most fundamental form, do not require time to flow in any particular direction. Yet in our everyday experience, time is unidirectional. We remember the past, but cannot recall the future. Why is this the case? Some theorists attribute this to the second law of thermodynamics, which states that the total entropy or disorder of a closed system tends to increase over time. In other words, time moves forward because the universe is becoming more disordered. Yet even this elegant explanation raises more questions than it answers. Does time truly flow, or do we merely perceive it that way? Could the flow of time be an illusion generated by our consciousness as we experience a succession of mental states? In philosophy, the debate about time often oscillates between two opposing views: Presentism and Eternalism. Presentists argue that only the present moment is real. The past no longer exists, and the future is yet to come. This view aligns well with our subjective experience, where we seem to be constantly inhabiting an ever-changing present. However, eternalists claim that all points in time, past, present, and future, are equally real. In this view, time is akin to a vast landscape, where every event, no matter when it occurs, exists simultaneously. The passage of time is merely a matter of perspective. akin to how a traveler might move from one location to another? Regardless of which view resonates more deeply, time has a powerful emotional dimension. We experience it as the context for the human condition itself. Time brings us joy in moments of celebration, melancholy in moments of reflection, and anxiety as we contemplate its passage. It is in time that we experience the essence of life's transience. The ticking clock is a reminder that we too are finite. As the ancient adage, memento mori, reminds us, we are always moving toward our inevitable end. Yet in that finiteness lies the possibility of meaning. The briefness of our time gives urgency to our actions, depth to our relationships, and value to our memories. Time is also the dimension of creativity, the canvas on which we paint the stories of our lives. It allows for the possibility of change and growth, of transformation and renewal. Without the forward march of time, life would be stagnant, devoid of narrative and purpose. We need the flow of time to become who we are, to move from the potential of youth to the wisdom of old age, to learn, to fail, to love, and to overcome. One cannot consider time without also reflecting on its cyclic nature, as seen in the rhythms of nature, the seasons, the phases of the moon, the tides of the ocean. These cycles remind us that time is not only linear but also circular, that life itself moves in cycles of birth, growth, decay, and rebirth. This dual nature of time, both a straight line and an endless loop, mirrors the complexity of existence. It teaches us that while individual moments are fleeting, the patterns they form are eternal. In the end, time, like the universe itself, is a mystery we may never fully understand. It is both the backdrop and the substance of our lives, shaping everything we do while remaining just out of reach. Perhaps the beauty of time lies in its very elusiveness. As much as we try to measure it, define it, and control it, time resists our efforts, reminding us that we are but temporary passengers in its endless flow. In this sense, time is not just a scientific phenomenon or a philosophical puzzle, it is a teacher. It teaches us humility, reminding us that we are finite beings in an infinite cosmos. It teaches us urgency, pushing us to make the most of our brief moment in the sun. And most of all, it teaches us to embrace the present, for in the grand scheme of things, the present is all we truly have. As we move forward through the river of time, we must learn to navigate its currents with grace, aware that every moment is both a gift and a mystery. Expand your knowledge and wisdom through short film documentaries like this one you just watched. Subscribe to The Philosopher's Canvas on YouTube and support us with a like and a comment. Until next time.